The latest Daredevil tale has come to an end. Let's talk about it in this video for Daredevil Cold Day in Hell number 3. Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we'll be doing a review for Daredevil Cold Day in Hell number 3. This is a new book from Marvel Comics, the last issue of this great miniseries. This is written with a story by Charles Soule and Steve McNiven, dialogue by Charles Soule, art by Steve McNiven, color art by Dean White, letters by Clayton Cowell, and of course these super rad main covers by Steve McNiven. I said this before, and I'm probably saying this every time I talk about this series, but Steve McNiven, he just reached the new gear in this book. Like, I don't know exactly what it takes to do that as an artist, but it's just doing incredible work, and Charles Soule just telling a magnificent story that really distills uh, Daredevil and the character of Matt Murdock to like its main essence of he just wants to save his neighborhood, right? Whether he's doing it as Daredevil, whether he's doing it as an individual, whether he has powers or not, he cannot let he cannot let his neighborhood go down in flames. So he will fight out whatever evils he must and put his life on the line in order to do that. So I love this story. It's really great. This last issue just wraps up everything in a very beautiful, poetic fashion, as much as you can be when dealing with a character like Bullseye. This is just definitely the epic conclusion, and I really think that Charles Soule gave us kind of like this perfect send off for Daredevil. If this is the way, like if this was to be the last Daredevil story ever, um that like his end, like this would be a great send off, and then all this brought to life by the incredible work of Steve McNiven and also Dean White, whose color palette has been very gritty, very dark, very desolate, but then there are these moments of light, of hope, these incredible things, the way that the Daredevil's radar powers are portrayed, that's always very outstanding to me. I Steve McNiven was trying something here with the paneling as well. He was doing a lot of very small panels to kind of give us this really interesting pacing, try to fit in all the dialogue very neatly as well. Which another thing that this is kind of where Clayton Cowles comes in, like just everything working together in this book, right? Clayton Cowles making sure to have all this dialogue that is really driving the story in a way that it does not distract away from this beautiful art. I love it. I love the way this book is laid out. I love the twists and turns. I just love a good classic Daredevil versus Bullseye story. I think they are some of the most formidable adversaries that you can find in a story, especially because they both have very pure motivations, and by that I just mean that they're driven in a very specific way, right? Matt Murdock, he's a hero that his neighborhood needs. He's standing up for the little guy. He's doing whatever he can. And then Bullseye, on the flip side of that coin, he's just like the most evil piece of crap you could find, right? He only wants to destroy everything, especially now in a world where his abilities have declined in such a way. So I really thought this was great. The inclusion of characters like Frank Castle was amazing. Of course, we had Captain America show up in the first issue. So yeah, the world really feels very lived in. And then of course with a conclusion that really makes you question if any of this was worth it for Matt. So you'll have to kind of read and really judge that for yourself. But man, oh man, I don't know how the detail work on some of these lines by McNiven. It is like there's no inker in this. He was doing all this himself, right? At least there's no inker that's credited. So just I love seeing the process. Luckily for us, we live in an age where Steve McNiven can share some of that on his Instagram, and then you can also check out in the back. There's a little bit of a script and some of the pages, kind of the layouts of how everything is coming out. So if you like the process, you can find all that stuff here in the back of the book as well. Just a little bit of process stuff in the back, which is always a plus when they add some really cool back matter. Really makes it, this is a $7 book. So overall, for the 3 issues, you're paying a little over $20, but the story, the content, and then all the little extras, I think they are definitely very much worth it. So I love this series. I really, really can't wait for this collection to come out because I definitely know Marvel needs to give us a really cool hardcover with brand new art by Steve McNiven. That's the only way I'll accept this. So, if you have read Daredevil: Cold Day in Hell, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We also talk about comics on Sunday mornings, so stay tuned in the channel for all that stuff. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.